Hey fourth graders, today we're going to be doing 4-1, the front and the back. And I will be changing just a few things, but follow along. We're going to continue with our algebra. And at the very top, we are going to be simplifying, where we're putting things together. We're putting like terms together. So if they have the same letter, we can put them together. Okay, so let's do a couple together. The number one says 11m minus 9m. Now, because they have the same letter, I can subtract like terms. So 11 minus 9 would be 2. And then I have to have my variable or my letter there. Okay, my paper's a little bit dark, so hopefully you can see it okay. So you are going to be combining, because these are all similar letters, okay? And that'll be through kind of all of this top section right there. Okay, so, and whenever you see a parenthesis, like you do on number 5, I'm going to do that first. So if I have 9b and I take away 1b, I have 8b, and then I have to finish the problem. So it would be 8b, take away 2b. Okay, I think you guys would be pretty good at those. And then on the next section here, which kind of goes to about right here, you are once again not working with letters or variables, but you're working with numbers. So the most important thing is you need to remember is to always do your parentheses first. And I want you to write the answer to the parentheses on top. So let's do some of those together. Let's look at number 7. I have 10 take away 5. I'm going to do that first because it's in the parentheses. I'm going to write my 5 up above, and then I can do regular subtraction. So I have 21 take away 5. See if you can write that down before Mrs. Hagen. 21 take away 5. Did you get 16? I hope so. So same thing here, guys, just doing those parentheses first. Like on number 8, you know, if you couldn't do mental math on that, I could, if I didn't know 900 take away 100, I could use my scratch paper on the side of my paper to solve that, right? So if you get to a bigger number that you don't know, you can always do this, right? And I see some division in parentheses. Use your chart if you need to for that. And if I have 2 parentheses, like I do on number 13, I'm going to solve both of them and put the number on top. So let's do number 13 together. I have 48 divided by 6. 48 divided by 6 is 8. And then 11 take away 9 is 2. So I have both my parentheses done. Then I look in the middle and I see the dot, so I know that it's times. So then I say 8 times 2 is 16. Got to remember that that dot is times. I'm sure you guys know that because we did that in 3rd grade too. But all right. So parentheses, and then whatever sign is in the middle, I see a subtraction one here, and then I see 2 division ones over there. All right, let's look down at our next section, which is called evaluate. Okay, this is very similar to what you did on the back side of yesterday's homework, where they're telling you what the variable is worth, and then you're putting it into your equation. Let's look at number 17. C equals 3. So I go down to my equation and I just cross that out and I put a 3 right there. And then I still have to follow the rules. I still have to do my parentheses first. Okay, so let's do 7 minus 3 is 4. And then I have my dot here, so I'm going to say 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, just like what you did yesterday. You guys will be good on those. Let's look down at number 23. Same kind of thing. Got two sets of parentheses though. So V equals 6. I'm going to put a 6 right here. Doesn't matter which parentheses I do first. If there are two of them, we're going to do them both. So let's do 18 take away 9. 9. 2 plus 6. 8. And then I have a plus sign in the middle, so I'm going to say 9 plus 8 equals 17. And I'm good to go. Okay. I should be good there. All right, let's look at our bottom section. These are the ones that have the equal sign. So we need both sides to be the same. All right, so we have our equal sign right here. Change my color there, sorry. We have our equal sign here. So we need this side to equal the same as this side, okay? So remember yesterday I said always look at the side that doesn't have anything missing right now. So let's do that side first. I have 3 plus 2 in the parentheses, which is 5. Okay, so this side really says 7 times 5. So I need this side over here to be 7 times 5 because they have to be the same. They have to equal the same amount. That means that my square, my empty square equals 5, okay? So always look at the good side, the side that doesn't have anything missing first. That's my recommendation. All right, let's do one more of those. Let's take a look at number 31. Let's zoom in on that one. All right, so I can see that this side only has my n. So that means all of this has to, whatever we get on this side has to equal what's on the other side. So let's do this side first. I have 21 divided by 7, 3. We're always writing the number up above. And I have 5 plus 5 here is 10. I have my times sign in the middle. So that means 3 times 10 is 30. And so that means I need this side to be 32. So n is going to equal 30. All right, so if you want to finish up that page and then meet me on the back side. All right, we are on our remembering side. So this is all stuff that we have been working on throughout the year. Okay, so at the top part here, we are going to do just number 1 and 2. So you can cross out 3 and 4 because I'll be able to see that you understand those. You just need to do 1 and 2. On the bottom section, or on the middle section, we are going to do all 4 of those, and I'm going to talk about those. Stretch Your Thinking is extra credit. And then we are going to cross out number 10 and 12. That'll give us some room to solve. All right. Let's go back up to the top part just to review expanded form. On number 1, it says read and write each number in expanded form. So they wrote it in words, and we're going to write expanded, which if you remember is where we put the plus sign in between the numbers. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. I have 96,000. So I need to think about how many 10,000s I have. So I have 90. Okay, so I'm going to do 90,000. Okay. You know what I would do too, just to help you there? I would write the number right here first. I would say, okay, I can write that. It's 96,000. I put my comma. Then 137. Write the number out first because then it's easier to do your places. So now we just did the 9. Then how many thousands are there? There are 6 thousands. Okay, another plus sign. How many hundreds are there? There is 100. Okay, and then I keep going. How many 10s are there? And how many 1s? Okay, so I would write the number first. So like for number 2, it says 413,000. I'm going to write that out. 413,000. 13, whenever I say 1,000, that's where I put my comma, 521. And now you can look at all those places and write them on the line, okay? Remember, you have to finish number 1 up there too. I left the 10s and the 1s for you. All right, when I am looking down at this section, okay, I'm finding the area of a rectangle. We did a lot of this in 3rd grade too. Okay, so when you're doing the rectangle, picture that you have a rectangle right here, and your rectangle is 4 by 6. So what would my area be? Remember, last year we said we would times our corners to get our area. So we need to do 4 times 6, which is 24, and then our label for area is square units, okay? You don't need to draw the rectangle, but I just wanted you to remind you how we do area. Okay, so basically you're just doing the equation. So when I get to number 6, I might want to write that one out like this and do my up and over. Okay, you can do that. Same thing for number 8. Do it this way. Oops, woo, excuse me. Times 9 and times. And then just remember to do your units squared or square units. And you'll finish that on number 7, and then they give you 2 division problems to do, okay? Or I'm giving you 2. These are easier because the numbers under the house are smaller, okay? I think what I might do, guys, is because you have more room, I would come down here and draw your problem like this. And I would do the same thing here. That gives you nice spacing. They don't never give enough space, okay? And this is where I say, how many 9s can I fit into 2? I cannot fit any 9s into 2. I make an X. How many 9s can I fit into 28? Start doing my 9s. 18, 27. Ooh, 27 looks good, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3. And then 3 times my 9 gives me my number that I subtract. Okay, and finish that one up. And then I want you to do 46 divided by 6 on your own. Okay, awesome. Have a super day, guys.